Hey guys, a couple of weeks ago I overheard a conversation between two people at a cafe where a guy was talking to his mate and he said, I really wanted to try, I won't say what it was, but he just lacked the confidence, he felt a bit scared. And his mate's like, geez, just harden up and do it. See, pretty abrasive, that sort of language. It might be true, but it's pretty abrasive. And I hear from clients often how they say they really want to do or try something, but they don't because they get nervous, they have a fear of failure, they get anxious, they feel overwhelmed, they don't feel good enough, and so forth. And therefore, because they feel those feelings, they then don't even try. So is this a confidence thing? Absolutely is. Because ultimately confidence is when you make a decision to take some action and actually try something. And all those other feelings, not feeling good enough, being a fake, fear of failure, overwhelmed, nervous, they all come under the self-doubt umbrella. And self-doubt is when you make a decision to not try. But just because we feel that way, just because we have those feelings, we don't have to act on them. And in fact, we do it in other areas. So why can't we do it when we're trying to achieve something, trying to get something? Let me give you an example. I'm very confident that there's a time in your life where you've been in a conversation with someone. It might be a boss, a family member, some friends, and someone said something that's got you feeling really angry. And you're quite mad about it and you really disagree with what they're saying. But you haven't acted on that feeling. You've just kept it to yourself, you've kept the peace, and you've stayed composed because it wasn't to your benefit if you did act on that feeling. You see, it's the same with progress. It's the same with goals, and it's the same with the steps towards our goals. Just because we're feeling something doesn't mean we have to act on it. Just because we feel like we can't be bothered getting out of bed and going for a walk doesn't mean that's what we should be doing. Just because we feel like we might get rejected doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try something. See, the fear of rejection, all those self-doubt feelings, they're normal. And it's okay to feel them, but we have a decision to make on how we're going to act on them. What are we going to do with those feelings? Are we going to keep that to ourselves and not say anything when that conversation makes us crabby, like in that example? Or are we going to have an outburst and let it all out? You see, it's the decisions we make that are so important here. Are we going to act on our feelings or are we not? And people say, oh, but I'm worried that I'm going to fail. Fear of failure is a funny thing because it's got this vicious circle where we fear failure so we don't try. And because we don't try, we effectively fail. So we've already got that fear and we've already got that feeling. So the next time you're feeling something that's not helpful towards your goals, embrace that, take it as a challenge and say, I'm going to do it instead of that or in spite of that. It's a bit like that book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. Because ultimately, it's our acts that matter. It's what we do that matters, not what we say and not what we feel. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch. There'll be some more confidence related tips and hacks as we go through the next few weeks. Thanks guys. See ya.